Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Cassidy. Thanks so much for watching. I feel like it's been forever since I recorded a video, but it really hasn't been that long. I've just been like crazy busy with finals, but the semester's over, which means I can finally record more videos, and I'm so excited about that. So I thought it would be fun because I read a few Christmas romances over the past like 2 weeks. And by that, I read two Christmas romances, but I did read two last year. So I thought that we could chat about them. And it's also Friday night. So as my stepmom likes to say, it's Friday night, wine night. And so we're just gonna sip some wine and talk about books. A little sip and chat, if you will. So anyways, let's get into it. I think I'm gonna go in the order that I read. Well, the book I most recently read is the one I'm gonna start with. I finished this book like a few days ago, Kiss Her Once for Me. Okay, I don't know what's happening outside, but people are yelling. This is by Alison Cockrum? Not sure. But I got this from Book of the Month, and 3 of these books are from Book of the Month. I love Book of the Month. So, if you are Book of the Month, sponsor me. I will gladly give you an ad. This book is so good. I think it was just like the perfect holiday Christmas romance. It's set around Christmas. So it's basically a fake dating trope, if you like that type of trope. Are you so serious right now? Oh my God. My neighbors have this terrible problem where they blare music like every second of the day. And they weren't blaring music, and I thought this is a good time to record a video. And of course, when I start recording, they start blaring music. And I really apologize if you can hear that. But I live in like an apartment complex filled with college students, so that's why. This book follows Ellie, who is a graphic designer. She's living in Portland and gets her dream graphic design job, but realizes that it's a lot more work than she thought it would be. So this book goes back and forth between this present Christmas, around Christmas, and then last Christmas. She just uploads her graphic novels online just for fun. And so it kind of flips back and forth between last Christmas with this story that she's like put out onto the internet, and then present day. So last Christmas she was in Portland by herself on Christmas because her mom is literally just the worst piece of crap, and she's in a bookstore and she meets Jack. Guys, this music is so loud. Like, there's no way you can't hear it. And like, is this like Michael Jackson? Like, what are they playing? It is. So she meets Jack, and Jack is also by herself on Christmas, and they kind of just form this instant connection, and they spend the entire Christmas night together, and it's kind of this just like instant, I don't want to say love, but like they just have this like crazy connection. And so you learn all about this romance that she has, this kind of whirlwind romance, and then she never sees Jack again, well, for a year. And so flash forward to a year, Ellie has lost her job, and she just really like is in a terrible place in her life. She doesn't go out anywhere. She has like no friends. She's working in a coffee shop just trying to like make ends meet. And one day this guy comes in, Andrew, who his dad and I guess now him own these buildings, and one of the buildings that they own is where the coffee shop is located. And so he comes in and they start talking, and he's like, let me take you out, like let's go on a date, whatever. And so he gives her a proposition, basically like, hey, my grandpa just died, and if I want to get my inheritance money, which is $2 million, I need to be married. So marry me. I know you don't have money, which is like kind of shitty because he's just like, I know you don't have money, but like he's not wrong. So he's like, marry me and I'll give you $200,000 to fake marry me so I can get my inheritance money. And Ellie's like, you know what? Okay, I will. And she does it. But also part of their deal is she has to go to spend a week with him and his family, like right before Christmas. So she goes, and as soon as they walk in, who does she see? Jack. Jack is Andrew's sister. Ellie's like, oh my God, that's the girl that I like fell in love with last Christmas. What am I gonna do? And so you're basically just following Ellie and Jack's relationship now, present day. Is she gonna stay with Andrew? Is she gonna go with Jack? And it's so good. I really, really enjoyed it. You should read it. The next book we have is A Merry Little Meet Cute it's by two authors, Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. And okay, so Josh, my boyfriend, we like had an argument about a meet cute because he thinks that a meet cute isn't a thing. And I tried explaining to him, like, it's just a meet cute. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a meet cute. I'm obviously not very good at explaining it, but I swear, like, it's a thing. I swear it is. Anyways, this book is, well, it's cute. So this book follows B, or Bianca, who is a porn star. So Bianca works for Teddy, who owns this like porn production company, and he decides he wants to venture into almost like Hallmark type Christmas movies, like really like kind of corny, cheesy type of movies. And at the last second, the main lead girl and a few other people I forget why they can't do the movie anymore, but for whatever reason they can't do the movie. I think like some like scandal happens, and so he has to find new people to cast like pretty quickly. His like porn casting folder gets mixed up with his like regular casting folder, and the other casting director sees B's picture and she's like, oh my God, I need her, like I just know she's gonna be great. And then he realizes like, oh my God, no, like she cannot do this movie, and it's too late. So Bianca goes, she's like really nervous, and Teddy's like, no one can know who you are. And Bianca's like, obviously, like, of course. She also does like almost like an OnlyFans account, so she's like posting stuff like on her own, like separately. And that's where Nolan comes in. Nolan is the male lead, so like opposite of her. And he is an old ex-boy band member. He got into some trouble, and so he kind of fell off, and he has like no money now, but he needs to pay for his mom and his sister. So he has no money, and so this movie is kind of his big break. Like he needs this movie. And everything seems like it's going well until he gets to the first day on set and he sees B, and he's like, oh my God, I am like a loyal subscriber to her OnlyFans, like I forget what they call it, but basically OnlyFans account. And so he's like not like starstruck, but like pretty dang close to it. They just form a romance, but it has to be secret because Nolan can't be seen with B because she's a porn star. B needs to keep her stuff secret. So it's like a secret romance. They can't be together, but they are. It was just really, really good. It did weird me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, that Nolan is kind of like so obsessed with her account. But like go off B because she's making so much money. The next book I read this last year. It's another book of the month book, The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. This book, I honestly had to like kind of jog my memory because it's been so long that I kind of forget what it was about. But this book follows Charlie and Cass, and they're identical twins. Charlie is a baker on the set of a reality like baking TV show, and she gets hit in the head and loses her sense of smell and taste. And so she like can't continue doing the show because she like can't like cook anything correctly. So she enlists the help of her identical twin Cass, and they swap places and basically fall for these two guys. Well, fall like separately, you know, for the guys. The guys think that they're each other, you know what I mean? Originally, Cass lives at home in their like quaint hometown, real small little hometown. And obviously Cass is then going to like the big city to take Charlie's place. Charlie goes home to their small hometown, and she starts falling for this local firefighter, Jake. Meanwhile, Cass is in the big city covering for Charlie, and she falls for Miguel. And so it's just basically them swapping places and trying to convince these guys in their lives that they are who they say they are. But then ultimately, how are they going to get out of it? And now that they have all these feelings for these people, how are they going to tell them the truth, or will they? From what I can remember, I really enjoyed it. I wish I would have wrote down what I rated the book, but I did really enjoy it. The next book that I have is also, shocker, Book of the Month book. It's In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Christina Lauren books are very, I don't know, I feel like when I first started getting back into reading, I loved Christina Lauren because that was the only romance I knew, really. But now that I've kind of branched out and like read so many other authors, I don't know, I don't think Christina Lauren is as hyped up as I used to hype them up. I mean, I definitely still enjoy their romances, and I did enjoy this book, but it's still a realistic book. But, well, you'll see what I mean when I explain it. If I'm being honest, I couldn't remember any of this book, like way more than the holiday swap. I really couldn't remember this book, which like I feel like I did enjoy it when I read it, but now that I'm kind of jogging my memory, I really don't know if I liked it that much, or if I read it now, how much I would enjoy it. Malin is like hating her life right now, but the one thing that she's looking forward to is going to Utah to her family's cabin for Christmas. And they go every year, and they go with their, I think it's their two like family friends, like, and like their families. So they all go to this cabin every year, and she's like really excited. She has the biggest crush on one of their family friends' son, Andrew. And all she wants, like all she wishes for on the plane ride there is like, she just like wants a happy Christmas, like blah, blah, blah. She just wants like to be happy. And I think it's after she goes through like the first week at the cabin, she is like crying, driving away from it. And then all of a sudden she gets in a car accident, and she's right back on the plane to Utah, starting the vacation over again. And this like keeps happening. And so she's reliving this family vacation. Things happen, she gets drunk, and it's off like not that many like spiked eggnogs, which did you like get that drunk? But anyways, she hooks up with Andrew's brother, Ethan, and then she like is so embarrassed about it and just wants to be with Andrew, but Andrew like doesn't really care. But then you kind of see the relationship progress throughout the book. Well, Malin and Andrew's relationship. And so it kind of follows that, and Malin getting her life back on track. The part that I said I didn't really know about is the part that she keeps reliving the same vacation. It's giving that one movie that I feel like I watched it on like ABC Family, or like now it's Freeform. Does anyone know this movie? It's like the girl keeps reliving the same day, and when she relives it, she wakes up, she's like on the floor passed out, and when she wakes up, the like perfume lady's over her, and she's like, "I spritzed you and you passed out." My mom and I think that's so funny. Where was I going with this? It's giving the same vibe as that, but I just don't know how I felt about it. Like, I think it was good, but like I said, I just think that now that I've read more romance, I feel like it's not as good. So I guess that's really all I had to say. I just wanted to talk about what I've been reading and give a little like holiday theme. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna drink some more wine and read some more books, and I'll see you soon with another video. All right. See you next time.